In the year 1862, a British widow named Anna Lenowens arrives in the exotic kingdom of Siam, now known as Thailand, accompanied by her young son, Louis. She has been invited by King Mongket to serve as a tutor for his many children, with the goal of modernizing their education and introducing them to Western ideas. Upon their arrival in the bustling port of Bangkok, Anna and Louis are met by the stern Prime Minister, who escorts them to the opulent royal palace. Anna immediately faces a disappointment, despite the king's prior promise of a private house outside the palace walls. He insists that she and her son reside within the palace grounds for their safety and convenience. This sets the stage for the cultural clashes that will define Anna's time in Siam. The king, a proud and progressive ruler eager to protect his nation from colonial threats, introduces Anna to his extensive family. Among them is his chief wife, Lady Thang, a wise and dignified woman who has borne him several children. There are also numerous concubines, including the young and beautiful Tuptum, who has recently been presented to the king as a gift from Burma. Tuptum harbors a secret. She is deeply in love with Lantha, the Burmese scholar who accompanied her to Siam. Anna, empathetic to the young woman's plight, learns of this forbidden romance and agrees to help facilitate their clandestine meetings, though she warns of the dangers involved. As Anna begins her lessons with the royal children, 15 in total, including the heir apparent, Prince Chulalongkorn, she instills in them concepts of geography, science, and Western customs. She teaches them songs about the joys of home and the vastness of the world, often using maps to show how Siam fits into the global landscape. The children, curious and eager, absorb these new ideas, but the king views some of Anna's teachings with suspicion. He fears that too much exposure to foreign ways might erode Siamese traditions. Tensions rise when Anna persistently demands her promised house, leading to heated arguments where she challenges the king's authority and he asserts his absolute rule. Meanwhile, the romance between Tuptum and Lantha deepens. Under the cover of night, they meet in the palace gardens, where Lantha vows to return and spear Tuptum away to freedom. Their love is poignant and tragic, shadowed by the rigid hierarchies of the court. Anna, drawing from her own experiences of loss and independence, supports them discreetly, but the risks are immense. The king faces external pressures as well. Rumors circulate that the British Empire regards him as a barbarian, potentially justifying intervention to turn Siam into a protectorate. To counter this, he decides to host a grand European-style banquet for a visiting British delegation, which includes Sir Edward Ramsay, an old acquaintance of Anna's from her days in Singapore. In exchange for her assistance in planning the event complete with Western attire, cuisine, and etiquette, the king finally agrees to provide Anna with her house. During preparations, Anna coaches the wives and children on proper manners, transforming the palace into a blend of East and West. The banquet is a spectacle of cultural fusion. The guests arrive, impressed by the king's efforts to appear civilized. As entertainment, Tuptum stages a Siamese ballet adaptation of Harriet Beecher Stowe's novel Uncle Tom's Cabin, titled The Small House of Uncle Thomas. In this performance, Tuptum cleverly critiques slavery and tyranny, portraying a slave king who meets a watery demise. The king, sensing the subversion aimed at his own rule, grows uneasy. Midway through, Tuptum slips away to flee with Lantha, but their escape is short-lived after the guests depart, praising the king's hospitality. The absence of Tuptum is discovered. The Kerala home captures her, but Lantha is found dead, his body dumped in the river of fate that shatters Tuptum. The king, enraged, prepares to whip her as punishment. Anna intervenes passionately, accusing him of barbarism and pleading for mercy. In a moment of fury, the king hands the whip to Anna, challenging her to administer the punishment herself. She refuses, and the confrontation leaves the king humiliated and reflective. He retreats, and Anna, disillusioned, resigns her position and prepares to leave Siam on the next ship. As Anna packs, Lady Thang visits her with a letter from the king, revealing his inner turmoil and gratitude for her influence, despite their differences. Touched, Anna rushes to the king's bedside, where he lies gravely ill. He summons Prince Chulalongkorn in the court, passing on his ring to Anna as a symbol of her honesty. The young prince, inspired by Anna's teachings, proclaims reforms. Subjects will no longer prostrate themselves before the ruler, signaling the dawn of a more modern Siam. The king dies peacefully, knowing his legacy is secure. Anna, moved by the transformation she has helped foster, decides to stay and continue her work. This tale weaves themes of cultural understanding, personal growth, and the clash between tradition and progress. Through music and dance, it explores the complex relationship between Anna and the king, one marked by friction, respect, and unspoken affection. The film, directed by Walter Lang and starring Deborah Kerr as Anna and Brynner as the king, features memorable songs like Getting to Know You, Shall We Dance, and Hello Young Lovers. It highlights the beauty of Siamese customs while advocating for equality and education. The narrative underscores how two strong-willed individuals from different worlds can bridge divides, influencing each other profoundly. Anna's journey from outsider to integral figure in the court illustrates the power of empathy and dialogue in fostering change. The production boasts vibrant cinematography, capturing the grandeur of the palace and the lush landscapes of Siam. Costumes and sets evoke the opulence of 19th century Asia, with intricate details in silk robes and golden architecture. Brynner's portrayal of the king is iconic, commanding yet vulnerably in him an Academy Award. Kerr's Anna is poised and determined, embodying Victorian grace amid exotic surroundings. Supporting roles like Rita Moreno's Tuptum add depth to the ensemble. The score by Rodgers and Hammerstein infuses the story with emotional resonance, making numbers like We Kiss in a Shadow heartfelt pleas for love. Ultimately, The King and I endures as a classic musical, blending romance, drama, and spectacle. It prompts reflection on imperialism, gender roles, and cultural exchange, all while entertaining with its timeless melodies and choreography.